going to reveal an uncomfortable truth today about online business. It's a secret that every shiny object vendor in the internet hopes you never figure out. The richest, most successful marketers on earth work 10 times harder than the struggling beginners who are looking for a shortcut. Every single day, your inbox gets hit with promises of $17 automated push button systems, secret AI loopholes, and passive systems that supposedly will pay you thousands of dollars while you just sleep on a beach. But if you actually turn your head and look at the undisputed titans of this industry, people like Alex Hormozi, Gary Vee, Tony Robbins, Wayne Crowe, do you see any of them sitting on a beach sipping cocktails with their laptop on their lap? No, you see them running live streams every single day, writing books, recording hundreds of videos, testing campaigns, and serving their communities. And don't get me wrong, they do take vacations and enjoy their lives. I mean, you are 100% sure of that fact. But their priority is not to avoid working, it's to constantly be producing more and generating more value for their community, for their audience. If you're between 40, 50, or 60 years, you didn't build a career, manage a household, or raise a family by relying on magical shortcuts. You know how the real world works. So, why do so many smart people suddenly turn off their logic and their minds the minute they log on to the internet? Today, we're shattering the push button wealth illusion once and for all. We're going to look at what the top 1% actually do every single day and how you can adapt their high leverage work ethic to build a real digital asset for the second half of your life. Welcome back to Mr. Puck Reviews. My name is Herman. I help frustrated affiliates protect their mindset against the traps that waste their money and precious time. My goal is to help you cut through the hype, stop chasing distractions, and build simple systems that fund your life instead of stealing your freedom. So let's cut through the noise. Let's talk about that famous stock photo we've all seen 1,000 times. You know the one. A guy lying on a hammock on a tropical beach, full sunlight, pouring down, a cold drink in his hand, and a laptop sitting on his knees. Now, I want you to stop for a second and ask yourself a practical question. Have you ever actually tried using a laptop on a sunny beach, lying on a hammock with a cold drink in your hand? You can't even see the screen because of the glare. The laptop overheats in 10 minutes and shuts down. And even worse, at least in my opinion, is that sand gets under the keys and ruins the keyboard. And when you close the lid, it can even destroy your precious touchscreen laptop. Yeah, the beach laptop is a fairy tale written by copywriters who sell dreams to people who haven't done the work yet. Now, let's contrast that image with the real world business physics. Let's take a look at a brick and mortar analogy. If you open a physical coffee shop, you wouldn't unlock the front door on Monday morning, sit in the back room for 5 minutes, leave for the week, and then get furious because you didn't generate $10,000. This is what you will actually be doing. You'll be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. You'll be making sure that the espresso machine works perfectly. You'll be baking the bread, greeting the customers, and cleaning the counters late at night. Why? Because an asset requires maintenance. An asset requires operational presence. And this is a brick and mortar. When you buy a $17 push button software on Warrior Plus or JVSU, expecting it to build a financial future while you do zero work, you are not treating your supposed online business like a real thing. You're actually imagining it, I don't know, like a casino slot machine or a scratch off lottery ticket. And just like a casino, it will happily take your money and leave you empty handed. Please, don't tell me people get rich at the casino slot machines. If that constantly were the case, I'm pretty sure they would not exist. So, given that it's obvious that that dream is just that, an illusion, let's look at the people who are actually winning at the highest level. And let's deconstruct what they are doing differently. What makes them winners? And no, it's not luck. Okay, yeah, it might be luck, but not the type most people think when they hear the word. It's more like luck, Luck, laboring under correct knowledge. That's the kind of luck that actually makes them win. And this is the kind of knowledge I aim at passing on to you. The first winner we're going to take a look at is Wayne Crowe, the Batman of the internet world and the creator of the OLSP Academy system. The low tier hype vendors will tell you, just pop an affiliate link and walk away. What does Wayne actually do? He is live inside his community every single day. He's running training sessions, answering individual member questions, tweaking tracking algorithms, and holding live workshops. He didn't build a massive backend ecosystem by hiding behind a screen. He built it by showing up consistently for years. Now, let's take a look at two content generating machines, Alex Hormozi and Gary Vee. Before Gary Vaynerchuk, also known as Gary Vee, was keynoting global conferences and being the famous influencer that he's now, he spent a decade in the basement of his family's liquor store filming over 1,000 episodes of Wine Library TV, manually answering thousands of questions and tweets and packing wine boxes by hand until midnight every single day. What about Alex Hormozi? Before Alex had millions of followers, he recorded hundreds of micro videos that barely got 20 views. Think about that. He didn't complain that the algorithm was broken. He recognized the basic law: volume creates skill, and skill creates leverage. In contrast, a beginner posts two low effort AI videos, gets 14 views, and says affiliate marketing does not work. The top 1% thinks completely different. They, for instance, expect to make 100 average videos just to figure out how to make one great video. Think about that quality. Now let's talk about Tony Robbins, who is the master of energy. He's over 60 years old by now, worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and he still spends 12 hours straight on stage, sweating through his shirts, pushing his physical capacity to deliver value to his audience. The top 1% do not work hard to escape work. They work hard because producing value is their craft. That's something that you and me can learn huge amounts of value from. Let's put this into a clear framework so you can audit where you currently sit on the spectrum. Let's look at this chart. On the left, you have the frustrated consumer. On the right, the 1% digital producer. See what the frustrated consumer does. He hunts for 100% automated, no effort tools. And if you think about it, these are the type of tools that are called shiny objects because they attract they build an illusion, a dream in your head, and you go for it and you spend your money. But what do the 1% digital producer group of people do? They focus on building high output daily habits. They identify those habits, they work on them until they become something that happens routinely every single day. And that generates them bigger results because it's much more return on investment when they have these high output daily habits. Now, the frustrated consumer spends 90% of his time buying courses and software and watching videos and being stuck in this learning mode. What does the 1% digital producer group do? They spend 90% of the time creating assets and content. You saw the example of Gary Vee and Alex Hormozi and even Wayne Crowe. They spend thousands of hours producing content. And obviously, because they produce so much content, they become experts in that particular art of generating and talking to people, and they put themselves out there. Now, the frustrated consumer blames the tool when execution requires effort. Let me repeat that. They blame the tool when execution requires effort because they have been sold this push button illusion and they believe it. But on the other hand, the 1% digital producer, they use simple tools to amplify their own speed. That's where they use AI tools intelligently in a way that amplifies what they are doing instead of just trying to not do absolutely nothing and let the tool do everything for them. Now, back to the frustrated consumer. They want a 5-minute shortcut to get rich quick. It's sad, but this mentality of trying to get rich quick, like in a week or in 3 months or something like that, is so pervasive that people get stuck in that mentality and are not willing to put any effort if they think that the results will take more than 6 months, 1 year, or something like that. But exactly that is what the 1% digital producer do. They build long term systems that buy back freedom, but emphasis is on the long term word, long term systems. They know that the investment they do today will pay off big time in the future. And that future may be 1, 2, 3, 5 years, even 10 years in the future. So having this mentality will help actually generate the right attitude that will help you imitate this group of people who are actually producing results. So, did you notice the difference there? The guy with the consumer mentality is always looking for a magic machine to take their place. I don't know, maybe because he hasn't yet clicked that work is required. And the thing is, you see their results. Not zero, nothing. On the other hand, the producer understands that they are the engine of the whole thing. The software is just the grease on the wheels. And I just said something there that might have you thinking to yourself, but Herman, I'm 55 years old. I don't have a 50-person media team like Gary Vee, and I don't want to work 16 hours a day. The thing is, you don't have to. Adopting the work ethic of the top 1% doesn't mean burning yourself out. It means bringing discipline and clarity to a very simple daily routine. Here is how you do it in 3 steps. Step number 1, pick one daily output ritual. Stop trying to be everywhere, everything, all at once. And you know the pun there. Pick one core medium, whether that's one short video a day, one well crafted email a day, or one detailed blog post, and execute it with relentless consistency. Keep doing this until it becomes a habit. That's your goal. Step number 2, eliminate the tech stack distraction. Most struggling affiliates spend weeks fussing over website colors, logos, and complex email plugins because it feels like work. In reality, it's just sophisticated procrastination. Real work is talking to people and creating value. See step number 1 above. Step number 3, plug into a pre built backend. This is why I advocate for clean, unified ecosystems like the OLSP Academy and the Megalink architecture. When your tracking, sales infrastructure, and product fulfillment are already handled seamlessly in the background by a team that actually puts in their daily work, you don't have to waste your precious energy playing systems manager. You can focus 100% of your mental bandwidth on the one thing that actually builds an audience, showing up with your real human voice. I mean, it's come time to stop looking for the magic button. Take pride in building your craft. You have decades of life experience, wisdom, and stories that low effort AI bot can never replicate. It's time to start using them. If this video gave you a wake up call today, do 2 things right now. First, go down to the comment section and type the phrase, I choose the producer path. Let me know which leader's work ethic, whether it was Wayne, Hormozi, or Tony Robbins, or even Gary Vee, which one of them inspires you to step up your output. Second, if you're ready to stop piecing together broken tools and want to step into an environment built specifically to support high leverage producers, click the link in the description below and check out the OLSP Academy ecosystem. Hit also the subscribe button to protect your focus, guard your capital, and build real digital assets for the second half of your life. I'm Hermann Bock. Respect the process, put in the work, and I'll see you on the next video.